Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber. So for today's video, I want to do my August TBR, and I'm trying to get more out of my mood reading that I'm always in, because it doesn't work for me getting through my physical TBR, which is getting out of hand. Like, this cart is full pretty much front and back. I have books all up here. I have books here. I have books down here. Like, it's becoming too much. So I have decided to make a little TBR jar with a bunch of prompts in here, and I'm going to pull out probably 6 books to pick with these prompts. Hey, hi, hello, Editing Amber here. I realized while I was editing that I forgot to give credit to where I got this inspo, and that is Rachel Catherine. I every single month watch her TBR jar, chooses her monthly picks. She's the queen of TBR jars. So that is where I got that inspo from. I will link her channel down below, so make sure you go check that out. And we'll get right back to the video. So for our first one, I need to buy a bigger jar for this because this cup is not working. Okay, well, I grabbed 2 there, so. And we got a book with a person on the cover. Oh, I did forget that I am giving myself 1 book, and that's Once Upon a Broken Heart, because I really want to read this book. So for the with a person on the title, I actually have way more books than I thought I did. So I have The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey, It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Rashani Chokshi, The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas, The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. I'm going to turn this down because that is bright. Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Oops. And Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, daughter of the Pirate King. And When the Stars Come Out by Scarlett St. Clair. I think I'm going to go with the one that I've had on my TBR the longest. And I think I'm going to go with When the Stars Come Out by Scarlett St. Clair. So the next one, so we got 1 down. That one better get back in there. This one is a book in a new series. This would focus on this. Okay. So a book in a new series. And by a book in a new series, when I wrote that, I meant like a new series to me. So my options could be Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake, Shadow and Bones by Leigh Bardugo. Then I could also do the Fair Isle trilogy by Tassanja Odette. I honestly have so many of these. I think I'm going to go with Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, because I've really been... Oh, it's Carrie Maniscalco. I've really been wanting to get to this book, so I think I'm going to give this one a try. You know what? I'm changing my one that's with a person on the cover, and I'm going to change it to Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher, because this month I've had a really bad reading month. Like, I think I've read 3 or 4 books, which for me is not a lot. So I am going to go with a thinner book. I'm cheating, but I'm going to go with Nettle and Bone, because I had this on my TBR last month. Well, it's still July, so technically this month, but I'm not getting into this by the end of the month. I already know that. So I'm going to move this into this coming up month's TBR also. So we're going to change that. Anyway, on to the next. So we picked 2 so far. And this one is a book. Focus. A book with a purple cover. This one does narrow it down very much because I don't really have any books with purple covers. So I have 3 to pick from, and that would be A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair, The Red Scholar's Wake by Aliette de Bodard, or Violets Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. I'm leaning between A Touch of Darkness and Violet Made of Thorns. I think I'm going to go with Violet Made of Thorns because it's been on my TBR the longest. So, purple cover goes to this one. Then, so let's see, we picked 3. Did I just drop one? Okay, apparently not. It felt like one fell out. Then we have a book with a one-word title. Okay, so I have 4 options for this one, and that would be Wolf Song by TJ Klune, God Killer by Hannah Kaner, Circe by Madeline Miller, Malice by John Gwynne, or Guild by Raven Kennedy. And honestly, this isn't a hard decision for me. I'm going to go with Guild because I've been really wanting to get into this series. I feel very far behind, so. Okay, we have 2 more books to pick. I'm not looking forward to picking this up. I got so many books everywhere. This one is a fairy tale retelling. Ooh, do I even have any? I don't think that I have on my physical TBR. Yeah, on my physical TBR, I don't have any fairy tale retellings. You know what? That's fine. That is fine. We're going to go with, I'm just going to read, we'll do one from Kindle Unlimited in that case. Because I do have one in mind that I want to read because in June, I read The Curse of the Wolf King by Tassanja Odette, which was a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So I do want to continue that series. The second book in that series is a Cinderella retelling, and it's Heart of the Raven Prince. And that is on Kindle Unlimited. So we'll allow one. We'll give an exception. So that will be my fairy tale retelling. Let's see what else we get. This should be the last one because that'll be 7 books. Yeah, I'm hoping to get to 7 books. I think I can do that. Okay, last one is... Let's see if I can get this to... Next one is a seasonal book. Ooh, I have a couple of those. So I'm going for seasonal. I'm going for like fall vibes. Okay, so the ones that I'm picking for fall vibes is The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Penaranda. And this one has vampires in it. That's why I'm putting it in the fall vibes. Then we have A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. Again, vampires. Then we have, again, vampires. Belle Morte by Bella Higgin. God Killer by Hannah Kaner. I don't know why this gives me fall vibes, but the cover does, so. Then we have Autumn's Tithe by Hannah Parker. The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. And Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. I think for this one, I want to pick Autumn's Tithe, but I kind of want to wait until September for that one. I think I'm going to pick... I kind of want to wait till October for this one. I'm going to pick A Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert for this one. Our 7 books, are my one that I'm giving myself, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Then we have a book in a new series to me, which is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. Super excited for that. Then we have a book with a person on the cover, and I picked Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. Then we had a book with a purple cover, and that is Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. And then we had a book with a one-word title, that's Guild by Raven Kennedy. A fairy tale retelling, which I didn't have any on my physical TBR, so we're going with one Kindle Unlimited book, and that's going to be Heart of the Raven Prince by Tassanja Odette, which is a Cinderella retelling. And then we have a seasonal book, and I went with Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. So, I'm actually really excited for that TBR. These are a lot of books that I've been wanting to push myself to finally read. A lot of these I've had on my TBR for a long time, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully this month I stick to my TBR. I'm going to try my hardest to actually stick to what I say I'm going to read. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know also down in the comments any books that you've had on your TBR for a very long time that you haven't read yet, that you need to force yourself to read. Also, this is your sign to finally do that. But please like and subscribe down below to keep up with all my future videos, and I will see you in the next one.